So we begin with a short motivation for teachings and practice. I go for refuge in trying the life to the Buddha, the Dharma, by the virtues created by practicing the Dharma. May I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge in trying the life to the Buddha, the Dharma, by the virtues created by practicing the Dharma. May I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge in trying the life to the Buddha, the Dharma, by the virtues created by practicing the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all beings. May all sentient beings have happiness in this causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering in this causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from the bliss that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, as happy believers. Reverently I prostrate with my thoughts, speech, and mind, and the oceans of offerings for you and visions. May I purify my negative karmic sins from the beginning of time and rejoice in the virtues of the ordinary beings. May the mighty ones remain until samsara ceases and turns the wheel of Dharma for us. May the virtues accumulated by all beings be dedicated towards attaining Buddha. Om Buddha the foundation of the floor of all heaven. Om Buddha the universe is encircled by great iron fence, and in the center is Mount Meru, the king of mountains. To the east is Rupapo, to the south is Humbling, to the north is Jamayan, and to the west is Balanchid. The sun, moon, Rahu, and Kali, all things blazing and prosperous in the world of humans and gods, complete and nothing. All this love I offer with great devotion to my immaculate root and the exalts. And to my Dhammas, Nidams, Buddha, Papa, Pajika, Shavaka, Pakinis, and all three Dhammas. In particular, we offer some billions to the sacred one, the glorious sense of human diet, reflecting the profound advice for the creating instruction. Out of compassion, accept this mandala for the sake of all beings, and having accepted this offering, please bless me. We sincerely request from the glorious one the kindness and compassion in the lives, the teachings of common and uncommon vehicles suitable for all beings. May we comprehend the Dharma in our minds and develop all Dharma qualities. By the sound of this great Dharma drum, may the sufferings of all sentient beings come to an end. By this inconceivable good fortune, may these teachings be established. Gedem şılcın kamsım çüki gero stecinen yancı dala kadını sağgili dalmalı lovi tangiyeni lume dokura hudu gajagi banmalı gaja rama tangi kamba adnadya jani dalça Tanga tüksi nyerzoni ta tamşe pavi şu tambi çene tonda da bir kotamı de la şamsara Pajara sonza giritan malu karja kimpadan tanam tartun gorlo tamye deshanyo tonki jasu shamba dana sasuma pakwa tomech Tarji tomi murtana tondan tenyon zemmo adya chenriki tonki ba kyatan jafraya da pakwa la so ton gelam lama Seçinin yancın girmeden caya tepi okara cana kamalay ondan tapon tene cedi anda Çernin dola zoldan nibi panso serzen ceki bar idan sen fiyazuşunu tafta tanya kindiye nyendes Moyo samna doji nanjurji awesome tapi tabje wandager Najila jao sanga yotu jabana losode Kaji tambi dungara kansera jang kubi tentala me chosoro
Orginamanga Dodana La Sobri Sari Lamana La Jacksona Dungara Chandra Chetim Chenam Yarsome Moya Gelas Senjin Tolam Yarda Tam Chena Tambana Ni Nunte Sada
Okay, so today I start think about the precious human birth. So what means the precious human birth? Every human being birth is as precious. Yes or no? Think about. It means if we make precious, we have the foundation, we have the base to make precious. It's more intelligent than any other species. But if we make worse, can be much worse than any other species. That's the human birth about. Okay, then you say, what does make better? What do you mean, like if we make precious or not precious? Dependent on what? I would say training mind, training our own mind. If we are fortunate enough, you born somewhere, a training mind for this. In general, in this world, nowhere have good training mind place. That's why we all not perfect, basically. But if we born from the birth in childhood, if you have a perfect training of training mind, if we have, then we are human beings much better than now. What do you mean that, much better? In which way? Means we are much happier. We are much happier. Why much happier? Because most of our unhappiness and unsatisfactory, everything comes from our mental attitude, based on our view. So therefore, if we have perfect opportunity, then we should born as somewhere. From the beginning, you have training mind. In what way? In what way? Which means the mind understanding the true natures. The life is not ruled by customs and cultures and religion, politics. His life should be connected with nature, understanding the nature.
when I'm talking about nature, I'm not talking about just trees and earth and water. I'm not talking about that only. I'm talking about since you born, I like philosophy, life. Born as philosophy and training mind, exercising the mind. In that way. Another aspect, we should born always consider others more than me. I'm only one, tiny, small. Others innumerable. If we have that kind of understanding, if we are born like that culture, that kind of training mind, and then what is life really is? What is life about? Where do we come from? What, if we born like that way, then it's much, much easier. And this world also going to be perfect if everybody born like that way. Because this world, all problems come from is, I'm important, you are secondary. I'm user, you are what to use for me. We born that attitude. Everything discriminate, but more than discriminated, like everything other than myself should be for myself, my ego, something like that. Actually, we are worse than that, even worse than that. Even among everybody, we are not happy somebody is better than me, and so on and so forth. So that's why I'm saying pursue human life means you have to make human life. Certainly, we didn't born like that environment, unfortunately. So then what else we can do when we are adult? I think we look for wisdom. But there's too many wisdom traditions, too many wisdom, we don't know really who is really have wise training and some just claiming. Difficult to know. But here's my philosophy, as far as I can think of. Firstly, I think we have to understand our life, our body, unborn. Firstly, we don't know where we come from. We have only scientific some ideas how to develop the body. That's all. Beyond that, we have no idea. But something should be bigger than this. Because this, our body, is controlled by our mind, not body controlled by the mind. Mind controlled body. And mind is invisible and much more subtle, so it should be much more bigger and powerful than this tiny physical body. So that's why if you have mind training, that helps a lot. If your body training, even from the childhood, you train in so well, like the great gymnastics. That's incredible, but it still serves a limited purpose. But if our mind trained, well, that's far, far, far better than those. So what our mind should be trained? Basically, boil down, like you know how to appreciate your life. Every moment of life, you know how to appreciate and be happy about. Basically, it's simple, quite simple. But people, majority of the people fell for the simple thing. You don't know how to appreciate. Always forgetting and distracting something else. So that's the one thing. Second thing, we have struggle in the life. We don't know how to cope. But the struggle lens we always see is something objective. But actually is subjective. Majority of the problems is subjective. If we didn't have wrong expectations, unrealistic expectations, unknowing expectations, if we didn't have those expectations unknowingly, just assuming expectations, if we didn't have these things, we have much more or less disappointment and everything. But the where they come from, because comes from lack of mind training. Our mind is thinking just certain way, like what culturally taught, what society expects, what society draws. It just go that way. The other world didn't go independently, always just go interdependently. Another world, we didn't have freedom, our mind, how I think, and everything. Of course, there's no free, there is suffering. That's simple. We have many things, we try to seek freedom, and we try to protest not free, and we try to do many things free. So we achieved, like individual freedom, individual choices, individual rights, all of them. We pursued and we achieved. But this is not real freedom, actually. These things make you feel good. You make some decisions, or sometimes nobody bother you. You can do whatever you want. Temporarily you feel good, but long term destroy us. I believe destroy. You know how to destroy? We have no conditions to develop genuine, strong relationships because of this false freedom, false rights, this me, my individual. This one destroy everything. So that means humans are designed to share and trust and love, devotion. That way we born. We meant to be like that way. If we are like that, much more secure and happier. Because you have insurance in your mind. You are not alone. But we develop the opposite. The modern, we develop more and more the opposite. We develop the opposite. Because we choose this individual freedom. Myself is boss, nobody can say anything. I don't want to share. I want my privacy, my rights. We emphasize this. And then economically, we are a little bit better than before, a long time ago. So, and then technologies we developed, all of them make you an individual. You don't need anybody. You think I don't need anybody. You know, like it also, we have very little shares, very, very little shares. Okay. So this is what we developed is you basically you trust nobody. You believe nobody. I mean, nobody means I'm talking about 100%. Even you have relationship, even you are married, whatever, you have children, whatever, but you are still individuals. You are very independent individuals still. Even you have to share children and everything for a while. You have to both run the children for a while, but then teenage come nowhere. The teenage said, oh, no, no way, go away. You know, this attitude I developed. Okay. So that's why then everybody is individuals. Everybody competitions. Everybody do. So that's why nobody have 100% love and sharing trust inside 100% nobody. If you are more rich and you know more materialism like this, and you are more famous like this, then even worse. Then even worse, because everybody is too fake to you. If you are poor and a little bit, then is a little bit more sharing and a little bit more genuine each other. Right? If you have to go through many things together, then it's a little bit more you develop the closeness. But you don't go through much. Everything we kind of develop everything go through things individually, not together. So because nobody is honesty at 100%. So that's we are arrived today. So that's I think it's the opposite, the pursuit of human life. So how we make pursuit of human life is if we wake up now, what we have to do, maybe you can't change the society very quickly. Don't expect to change the society very quickly. But what we can do with your choice, you know, your individual rights, your individual choices, what we can do, we can understand this philosophy. And we can develop this philosophy in our mind, and we contemplate, and we get clarity. We make sure we get clarity. Then we talking to friends. Even we are not extremely close, but friends or family or whatever, you try to talk. And then you act. You act accordingly, not just talking. Which means you choose life priorities. You reflect your life priority. What is before, what is now? Oh, the first you're thinking maybe the relationship. Okay. I try to stronger this relationship. Maybe you can, but some people, not everybody can, because the other party not realize yet. So maybe difficult for you. But what we can do is, I think we should reflect and reprioritize our life. When we reprioritize our life, I'm not talking about only just relationship. I'm talking about what is important really for you. Is it important now or important in the past or in the important future? Probably the most important is now. The second important, future. The past, not important at all. Why important now? Because now, right now, this is the real for you. So every moment, if you can be okay and happy and, you know, like a good state of mind, then you will be fine. Every moment, no, later, all of them is still, that time is now. So that's why I think the most important is now. That means instead we worry about future. You know, people always worry, oh, maybe I can't do this if I can't do this. You know, maybe I have not enough money. Well, maybe I this in the future. You can plan for future, but you don't have to worry about future. You should not worry about future at all, because worry and plan is not same. Plan takes, okay, 10 minutes, worry can take hundreds of hours. I even not saying you must plan. You can plan or you have no plan. Okay. Then second, I said the future is a little bit important because what? You can imagine. You can estimate. But also, more importantly, our future is up to us. Our current mind is created future. Our attitude and our motivation is created future. So that's why the past, forget about. If you have something to feel proud about, you enjoy about your pride in the past, that's okay. But other than that, you don't need to think about. Okay? So when I say this, what is most important now means we should really appreciate every moment we live. Why? Because we are attached to live, right? Nobody wants to die. We don't know what the reason, but nobody wants to die. So live that moment for now. Why is the distance we don't talk now? So then, okay. But how easy to die, a person? Is so easy. Just like one bubble. One bubble, how much can easy to kill bubble? The human beings just same, because we live in only breathing in and breathing out. One of them finish, then it's dead. That's it. So we are so incredible. We have lived this much long is really, really unbelievable. You know? So that's why I think if we can develop every moment to be immersed to didn't die and really feel happy about that. Because when we feel happy about this, Based on happiness, you can do anything. You're willing to do anything. You have less complaints. You have no much complaint. Only complaints come because we don't appreciate things. Then complaints come. But where complaints come in is most of time unrealistic expectations. Unhappiness, dissatisfaction, disappointment, all of them is something we expect but didn't happen that way. But unrealistic expectation, because if it's a realistic expectation, they should be happened, but it didn't. That means unrealistic. You see? So that's why I think the simple thing we should do, first step, we should really remind ourselves, make a habit to very happy to live every moment and live until now. Unbelievable. Really, I'm serious. So we should develop that one first. And then second, we should, how can I have live longer as possible? How is it possible? If instead of 1 more year, oh, that's incredible. For 2 more years, that's unbelievable. We should have that attitude. I can't believe, like people living in, 80s and 90s and still they don't want to die and try so hard in the hospital like these things. So there is no huge reason why they have to live other than attachment. But do you know why we have so attached in this life? Because we have no idea beyond that. That's the only reason we are attached. But if we know there is no should be attachment, you go somewhere holiday, you just stay in, somewhere in a hotel. Do you touch to stay in the hotel? You don't, because you know what's next happen. Something you know a little bit. So that's why life moves on in our journey, because we have no huge attachment. But where we are dying is incredible attachment, because we don't know what's next. Because our mind never trained, never ever trained. The whole world, how many schools, how many universities, how many study institutions, is anybody trained? No, almost nothing. So in this world, what is missing out is no training in mind. We try to develop many things externally, and we hoping this make our life better, but never got better. Even worse. Some ways worse and worse. The facilities and everything definitely is incredible better than few hundred years ago. Just like God realm, compared few hundred years ago, we have no treatment, the disease and so many things, and compared that time. But so what's happening? Because we not knowing, we not recognizing our life, human birth is precious if we know how to live. But if we know how to live, then it's precious. But if we don't know how to live, how to use, then the most harmful and most big destruction is the human birth. Nuclear weapons and everything, who made it? Human made, not animals made. Not any aggressive animals cannot make nuclear weapons. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I think when I say how we life prioritize means usually what happens, people always busy on secondary important, secondary conditions for life facilities. People are so busy and so work hard on that. What that mean? For survive, okay, it's kind of acceptable. Everybody somehow have to survive. But not just survive, luxury survive. Comfortable survive, right? But comfortable means, depend what comfortable mean. The comfortable is something dependent. There's no fixed, or this is comfortable, this is not. The comfortable is individual. Comfortable is something we developed, our mental attitude. Physical habit. What kind of degree you need to be comfortable? Because we develop bad habit. Basically, everybody living kind of like kin and queen life nowadays, compare in a few hundred years ago. You know, the hygiene and many things, we are just crazy. And so many objects wherever I saw, whenever, so many objects and garbage and everything everywhere, so many. How many rubbish we throw away every day? Unbelievable, unbelievable. All these things very, very unnecessary. But we think it's unnecessary. We think it's unnecessary because we just habituate this way. What the problem is, too much costly. And then some people, they want even much more than this. One person live in the house, how big is it? Two person, how big is it? And one family have how many houses? All these things, just too much. So that means then we proud about, then we are proud about this materialism. We think, oh, I'm rich, I'm good, like this. We proud, but main reality is we are slave for the materialism. We are slave for the materialism. Okay, what's the problem? I sleep for, okay, I'm enjoying my holiday, blah, blah, my boat, my whatever. But it is destruction. It is destruction because there's no time to train in mind. No time to train in mind. We lost in material luxury. We are lost in material luxury. No training to our mind. Not even people have, chance to even think about. Because everybody in that way, then everybody is a kind of competition. The humans' one problem is competition. Everything is a competition. I heard that service said, many people ask it, would you prefer 100,000 everybody earn 100,000 and you earn 200,000? Do you prefer that, or everybody earn 300,000? Everybody earn like 250, you earn 300,000. Which one prefer? They prefer I earn 2,000 and other people earn 100,000. Why? Because competition. Unfortunately, people don't know how to live other than compete. You only make a little bit happy if you compete. then you think I'm better. And then only we get happiness. Tiny happiness, of course, tiny happiness. So these things happened because we don't have training on the mind. But if we have trained in mind, then we know how to be happy, how to appreciate every day, every moment. That's much easier if you trained, that much easier than you work so hard, so many years, 50 years, or work hard, and then finally little bit success business. But then you are success, yeah, I'm no success business, but then you realize I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm success, but I'm not happy because I don't trust anybody. I don't know who can I trust. Who can I love? I don't know. Because I don't know who loves me. Right? Who really love me other than my money and my position, my fame, whatever. That's why you don't know. So what we should, a life priority means, think carefully. If I die tomorrow, what is most important? I'll be done today. If I die next month, if I knew what I should prepare, what does it make me no regret? Until now, I've done so far. Is that really way or another way? I think number one, I said, momentary you're happy. That's important. Second, where I should go my time and energy. Spend my time, precious time, my precious energy. The other way, my limited time, my limited energy. Where should it go? Is it continue still the same way as before, everybody as does everybody? Is that way better or should go something else? That I'm talking about even just normal people. But if you are Buddhist, if you believe I'm a Buddhist, I believe in Buddhism, Buddha Dharma, that means innumerable lifetimes on your head. This life is just 20. So how much you doing priority for this life or the innumerable life? You prepare an innumerable life or you spend time and everything, your energy, everything, your materialism, everything you spend time for this life. I think if a Buddhist should think about this really. At least, what means the time is? What does mean? If I die tomorrow, do I have any regret? Do I need any preparation? What I'm meant to be doing? What will happen? Do I have enough knowledge? Do I have enough practice? Do I have enough preparation? All of these things. But I think the fundamental thing everybody is how to say, it's applies everybody is what I said first. People don't know how to live a life happier, at least calm and peaceful. Why? Because too much distraction. Why too much distraction? Because didn't know what meant to be doing. Just follow others. That's why it happens. But what we should be doing is what I said the first time. How many others and me? Oh, me is so tiny. The others innumerable. But the all others, does they wish happiness, satisfaction, everything just like me? The answer is yes. That's for sure, even animals. We can see the indication of their reactions. So then I think the other thing we should think about this whole universe. Who created it? Is really God created or we created? So according to Buddhism, we created, not God, not Buddha. We created. How we created? Our mind never stops thinking something 24/7, want something 24/7. And our body and speech follows our mind. That's body, speech, mind, actions, activities. This from forever, for beginningless until now. So that's why karma means action, activity. Activity means it's not somewhere else and somebody else, just us, ourselves. That's where it makes sense. Because obvious level things, whatever we do, there is the consequences. You know, if you do good things, there is good consequences. Something good consequences will happen. If we do bad things, there's bad consequences happen in obvious level. At the subtle level, things are not easy to understand, but if you play that logic and the obvious one, you play this, then it's same. Everything's same, just not easy to know because subtle. Subtle because we know that physical things, you know, scientifically we know many things. We know only this obvious level, but there's autonomic level, the many particles level, and the more final level, many things happening. And science discovered, and we have no doubt. Everybody have no doubt of this. Same thing, you know, like the cause and effect, everything. This universe, our mind created. If there's no mind, there's no this object. Same as science said, there's no color, just in our eyes think is color. I mean, the colors in our eyes, not on the object, right? But we see it as object. Same thing, everything, our mind created actually. We know, that's why one person, somebody found very attractive, somebody found the opposite, somebody is pleased seeing, somebody is seeing annoying. Even one person, different occasion you annoying, different occasion you like it. So it's everything just subjective, is nothing objective. So that means that the whole world we created, then we just appear for us. We created a long time ago, and then we appear accordingly. So that's why what important is training mind management. Mind makes bigger, big view, and long vision. So we know even the business, somebody have big business vision, they can develop an incredible big company and everything, right? Big ups and incredible money. And then we don't have that business. Oh, my neighbor is selling this, selling well, so I do this, try. Somebody doing this or do well, I try this. We just copy. That means no long vision, no big view. Just copy somebody. So basically we copy each other, our cultures, customs, and really all of them, like politics, everything. But if we have independent, our long vision, better view, then our life much better. Much better. So which means basically you see others more important than me, myself. So you have to see my happiness is dependent on others, how I perceive. There's no such thing independently I'm happy. I don't need friends, I don't need family, I don't need, I don't need community, I don't need anything. I'm just happy by myself. Are you sure? Then go to in the cave, stay there for 1 week. Then you know. If you're really happy in the cave 1 week, maybe you have a little chance for 2 weeks, extend them 2 weeks. There's nothing, no internet, okay? No internet, no radio, no TV, no human, nothing. No animal, no pets. No pets, nothing. Huh?
No air conditioning.
No, nothing. Yes. Okay, so that's why I think the what we need is you need someone trust. You need someone love. You need someone dedicate. But this is, I need this, and you try to pursue, doesn't happen again. What happens is you stay that principle, yourself that's principle, and then what happens? Okay? So the other thing is the low vision, broad view means there is everything have many aspects. Usually we grab one thing and then we fixed on that. But if we see everything, other aspects, and then we mostly engage with positive aspects, then we are more happier. And then we are more positive. Then we are more inspired. Then we are more enthusiastic, determined, and engaged, and happier. But if we are narrow down too much, and me, self, then you can't deal with even the tiny things. For some people, very easy things is very big become for you, very big, heavier. So that's why society, all of them, depression, everything comes because of that. Yeah, firstly, unfortunately, our society, the human world developed this in the centuries in this way. And then people don't know how to live independently and just copy this, copy. So that's why, how to make precious human life? Firstly, moment by moment, we appreciate and how live. But how we appreciate is we have to aware the other possibilities. You can die anytime. You can die anytime, no matter how you are young, healthy, doesn't matter. You can die anytime. If there is all the sick 10 people and then you are very young and healthy, even very unhealthy, you think they die first. but you could be died before all of them. So if we remember this, every possibility, all bad possibilities all the time, and every moment we didn't do that happens, so you are so happy. That means every moment becomes precious for you, and then you have become, much more happy and stronger. Happier means stronger. Stronger means you can deal with problems. Problems means you don't even see problems. Even people think problems is you don't see as problems. That happens. But if the problems face too much and exaggerate too much, and then problems bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's how you live. The other thing is, why important to see others more than important you? Because then you appreciate others. Appreciate others means it doesn't have to be they are very kind, lovely nature. It doesn't have to be this. Just be other, just there available for you to, to generate yourself, to benefit, even to smile, to help, whatever, to say nice things, whatever, encouraging. If they're just available there, if you should be happy, then you have innumerable happiness for you because the others are innumerable. And then wherever you go, you just feel the home and everybody is like your beloved ones. You perceive that way. Even some people, don't like this person, and you have no problem. Some people are very scared of this, but you don't really scared. Sometimes these animals, very aggressive animals, becomes very friendly with people. We have that stories because inside their mind, they have loving kindness, compassion. That's why animals even can feel that. So that's why then you becomes, like, also we have to think about anybody loves others and cares others. Is anybody dedicated for everything others? Is there have any big problem ever in our history? We don't have even one example to show. We don't have. I don't know. I don't believe anybody, if you know. That's not happened because nature, the nature is all good things, nature, you cannot, impossible. That's why, the big holy beings, how it happened in that attitude that way, it happens. All the incredible realizations and, like these things will happen because you love, at least you love, let's say your spiritual master or something, at least you love and dedicate devotion, indestructible devotion you have. At least one. We have many stories. So that means when you are really lives and devotion and toward God or human or whatever, when you have this, at the same time you hate others, not possible. That's why happening. That's why even the same one not happening that. So that's why it's how do you say? We see others as something big and important. Because it's easy to understand, because even ordinary people, not trained in mind people, naturally, some people are very friendly and thoughtful. Everybody likes. Somebody is the opposite, always thinking themselves. Nobody's liked, nobody's appreciated, right? Same thing. Just bigger and smaller or more degrees higher. But all fundamentally same. So that's what happened. So that's why the life perfect means it doesn't mean there's no obstacles. Your life, everything goes smooth. That's not possible. That's not should be expected. Is yourself strong and happy, then other people see problems, you don't see problem. Other people see obstacles, you see easy to, clear away. Other people not appreciate things, not happy things, you make yourself very happy. So that's all training mind we should have. If it's that, then also not only that, but you connecting the much to profundity. Whether you call God or whether you call Buddha nature or whatever you call, you're going to connect with this profundity. If this kind of virtuous mind lead to profundity, no virtuous mind, you can't connect profound. You have to live a superficial life and die a superficial life with fear, anxiety, and unhappiness, disappointment. That's all. So what I have this vision on this world. Perfect peace and harmony, golden age. We can achieve. That's I have a view. Maybe some people laugh about this. Some people, oh, that's ridiculous, not possible. How many bad people we hear, how many wars going on, and not possible. We can achieve this. But I see is absolutely possible. Why? Because firstly, we are the creator, not somebody else. So our future is we can create it. Second, nobody wants war or destruction, killing, unhappiness. Nobody wants this. There's some bad people doing this and the other people have no choice. That's what happens. Majority, nobody wants this. Nobody wants die. Nobody wants every day fight and, nobody. So the perfect peace and harmony is something everybody wish, everybody want. If it's everybody want, how can we not achieve? Logically, how can we not achieve? If something they don't want, then yes, difficult. But something everybody wanted, not only wanted, people's nature is that nature. So why we like happiness and bliss, we don't like suffering. Why? Because our nature is not suffering. Because our nature is Buddhist belief, we call Buddha nature. Everybody have perfect nature. We just need unveil. We are just temporarily lost in superficiality. But that seems true. They logically cannot be everybody want happiness and peace if the nature is not that. So that's why if our nature is already there, everybody wish for that one. We just need to wake up. That's all. We just need to wake up this. The good thing is to wake up. A modern time is much easier than in the ancient time. In ancient time, you just go continent to continent, take a ship and many months. Maybe you discover one continent, but maybe don't. But even if you did, they don't understand your language. They don't understand anything of you. But nowadays, we share the language. We share translation. One few seconds, incredible news, few seconds, the whole world knows. So that's why if we have something, a big movement happens, could be very, very fast. So that's why We just need keep talking this. That's my idea. We need keep talking this. We need keep promoting this. Right now it's somewhat promoted, but who knows, one day huge, very fast. Which means we're going to achieve perfect world. Logically, what I said, everything, but also we have prophesied. Almost every religion has prophesied. One day we are become much better. And especially in the Kala Chakra Tantra, have these details of prophesies. It's not only details of prophesies, but it Kala Chakra is the latest Tantrayana, the most detailed, elaborated Tantrayana, last time transmit from the Buddha to the Shambhala Pure Land. Shambhala Pure Land wasn't that pure at that time, and then since Kala Chakra flourished and then become very pure land. So that means like trillions bodhisattvas lives there, okay? And they all the time, how we can liberate sentient beings, especially this earth of the people, how we liberate and have their mission. Their mission is turn to the golden age. So means next step to become a pure one eventually. So that is our Shambhala mission. So we have this mission, we have this example, role model as Shambhala, and then we have this all logical function. And we all know whatever our mind think we can create in the future. The mind believes whatever it is that happen. We have millions of stories of that. But even scientifically, people given a medicine and fake medicine, both same sickness, they are cured at the same time because the others also, they believed this is a real medicine. We have many searches distance, I think, nowadays. It's proof. Whatever mind believes, that's the primary causing condition. That's why I believe we can create perfect peace and harmony, golden age, we can create. But how we have to do, we have to life prioritize. Because our life is limited. Our time is limited. Our energy is limited. The most important is prioritizing the wrong, not prioritize the wrong. Prioritize right. Prioritize right. That's the only solution. What prioritize means? Think carefully. Every day, the most important every day, every action, I contribute peace and perfect harmony, golden age for this our world. If you do this, this is the biggest powerful you can do. Then your life will become tiny. You have the big vision and when you have big vision, you have a big merit. Let's say 2 people, let's say 10 people, given one sandwich, maybe each homeless person. But the motivation and the view is different. I give one sandwich to the homeless person because I wishing this cause and condition, I'm dedicated to the perfect peace and harmony, our whole world. If someone have this wish, the others, oh, poor homeless, oh, he has no food, just give this, nothing else. You're doing the same action on the physical level, but in mind level, you are trillion times you're doing better. So that's why the most important our view, attitude, motivation, and dedication. What do you believe? What do you believe is everything actually. Whatever you believe, you do accordingly. Everybody know that. So then you believe something optimistic, then that happens. If we are very pessimistic, negativity, then negative happens. Only difference is something immediately happens, sometimes it takes longer time. That's the only differences. Why like this? Because other conditions involved. Many things to happen, many other conditions to have to, to gather together. That's the only reason. So, okay. 1 and 20 minutes already. Yes, okay, I stop here. And so if everybody have any questions or disagreements or debate, whatever you have, please.
Does anyone in the room have any questions for Rinpoche? And if you have any questions online, you can write it in the question area. We'll ask them. Rinpoche, we don't have any questions just yet, but I wanted to ask about, oftentimes many people talk about needing to have life priorities and life goals, and we're going to die. Then people start to think, oh, I've got a bucket list and I need to do my bucket list before I die. So what's the difference between this and trying to check my bucket list off before I die so I have no regrets?
I think the bucket list ones, people have no idea what happened after die. I have zero idea. So then you only can think about what I should be done before I die. The only no regret is only you can think of what I done, right? But that is not necessarily is any profound at all. It's just silly things, like could be silly things. Oh, I just want to do that because you feel you want to do that. There's no profound meaning. Just maybe you miss it in the childhood. You something missing, so then you want to do that. That's all, So it can be not very profound. I mean, some people maybe could be profound, but in general, not. So what we need is, you have to think about this. Is it important only today or tomorrow and next month, next year, everything? You make sure I have food and, I have plan to, if I didn't have food, if I couldn't buy, but then where I'm going to eat, you think about one place that I can eat, mushroom or whatever. So, I mean, normally people have some kind of plan, some kind of idea, right? But this life is only today. So only today. How much plan do you have after that? Majority have zero. That's the problem. That's the how ridiculous we are living. Incredible, ambitious people, they don't have. Even Of course, normal lazy people, of course, don't have. But even incredible ambitious people don't have after only just today. The ambitions about today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have no idea. Basically, like that. That's at least they go to spirituality, whatever. They should learn at least what life. What is the possibility after my life? How many ideas every religion has? Every spiritual system has what will happen. Which one is more substantial and believable, related, so you can dedicate on that one? Instead, you're stuck on just one life and one relationship and these things, you know?
Rinpoche, a lot of American Buddhists think that believing in reincarnation is optional.
Yeah. So that means,
So they don't think they have to believe that you have a next birth to practice Buddhism in America. Many people think it's a philosophy, and then if they don't necessarily believe it because they have to believe in reincarnation.
yeah, but what best?
It doesn't seem logical.
No baseless.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, baseless. Baseless, that's why you didn't learn enough. You didn't learn enough what means reincarnate and everything. You didn't learn enough. That's why you're just doing a baseless assumption.
I think they have a very materialistic way of thinking, because they say, they no proof for afterlife, because all the Buddhist theory they say based on reincarnation or afterlife.
Okay, if it's not reincarnation, then what's going to be?
Yes, that's what
Is it finished, vanished,
yes.
vanished?
Very realistic way of thinking, and one of them actually.
Even materialistic example, there's no material vanish. No material vanish. Yeah? Snow melted, and water bolted, and then turns to steam. Steam go where? A cloud, right? Cloud rains. They just appearances changes, but in the atomic level, there's no changes. Everything just manifests different ways. So why then human have to be just vanish? Impossible, right?
They do believe that there's something philosophy very fatalistic. So,
If something's vanished, then why there's continuity? How can be continuity? Huh? Even the flowers just grow nice and then look like dead, but it's not. They're seed performed, like turns on the seed, and the seed then grow again. Nothing's vanished. Everything's circle. That's why I call it Chakra, wheel of time.
I think a lot of Westerners don't think the mind is separate from the body. They don't, so they think that the mind or consciousness is actually some phenomena that's generated by the cells, the gross body, the coarse body.
Yes, I think that's because we developed so much machines, and through the science. So then people are thinking it's like machine, right?
Actually, the new one nowadays, not only the conservation principle of energy, there's a conservation principle of information. So that information would never be able to be indestructible. You same like energy and defense, but information even more primary than even energy. So
I think people should learn first who is the boss. The mind is the boss or body is the boss? Who's the boss? Everybody think. Huh? Anybody think is the body boss?
some people is.
Because
Because they haven't exercised or trained their mind, so then they rule by their automatic system, their emotions, their wants, their needs.
But who decide exercise? Body did or mind did? Okay. I think first the people should know who is the boss. Okay? And who is powerful? Who's the decision? So how can you say somebody the boss, the primary one you call secondary, and the second, the secondary one you call primary? That is very, very wrong.
Yeah, but some of them don't have a technique, and
Which one is the tangible? Which one is not tangible?
that's but some
Body is tangible, mind is not tangible. Body you can burn, mind you can't burn. No, mind can go anywhere, can get imagine anything very quickly, 1 second. You can Europe, America, you can Asia, anywhere, you can mind 1 second, you can imagine. Anything, in the past, future, anything. But body can't do at all. Cannot go in 1 meter, more than 1 meter. Cannot jump on 1 or 2 meters, the maximum 4 meters maybe.
yeah, but some of them have don't see the physical nature of the mind. They actually, some of them feel very fatalistic, like actually when the philosopher in the
People sacrifice body.
yeah,
People sacrifice the body. Who did? Man boss there, you go sacrifice.
Okay, so then there's another question online. Rinpoche, if we're thinking about the golden age, and then we're talking about making this world perfect peace and harmony, are we supposed to go around trying to visualize or imagine that it's already perfect or see it as perfect, even if it isn't?
You can visualize it, you can imagine as for your familiarity, for your clarity, or your temporary enjoyment, no problem. But it should not be your primary practice. Your primary practice can have clarity, talking people, and they have any challenges. If they challenge, you can debate them, you can defeat them.
I think this question probably comes from this like New Age philosophy of manifestation, Rinpoche, where in the New Age theory of manifesting, which is really popular now, people make vision boards with their mind, like have a big house and a boat and look nice and get married. And they try to visualize this and then like visualize it into being. So I think you're asking, do we visualize the world into a golden age?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Visualize is nothing wrong, but it should not be the primary practice.
So then what do we do primarily if that's not the primary practice?
Primary practice, promotion. Promotion
Once we
should be.
tell people about the golden age, how do they make it? So if we tell them about it, then how do they do it?
You convince people. Convince people. If you make 10 people convince people, 10 people can 10, then there 100 people can convince. They 100 people, 10 each, then 1,000 people.
Yeah, but what do we do? So we tell them about the golden age and tell them it's going to be possible, but what do we ask them to do?
Primary practice.
What's they're supposed to practice?
Last priority, this superficial, get out of superficiality. Get out of superficiality. Move the brand. Move the brand. Live as a philosophy life, not superficial. Motivate.
Okay, then how do we know we're living a spiritual enough life? Because then it's like a lot of people, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a Buddhist or whatever. Then how do we really know that's our life priority? Like a lot of people think, we'll ask them, it's like religion is some sort of passive thing. It's like once they've decided I'm like a Buddhist or a Hindu or Catholic or whatever, they've checked a box, like filling out a form, like I'm this religion. I'm a spiritual person. How do they know that that's really how they're living their life?
No, I think you are a spiritual person. You're a spiritual person or not, you can judge by is no more challenges in shape you. If not, you are a spiritual person. You know, make very easy, make you happy and very easy to please, easy to get along, very kind, warm. That means you are spiritual. Yes, I say tick. Okay. But people cannot cope with little things and I'm spirituality, complain and I'm spirituality. That's why I have no money because I'm poor. I'm spirituality, complain. That's not spirituality. That's not spiritual person. Spiritual person means to understand the more deeper level. More deeper level means operate more deeper level. More deeper level means you can cope other normal problem. People cannot cope things. You have no problem. I said it. That's very clear.
Okay, who the second movie to get people to spiritualize and to come to the field of the Dharma, they gave the Four Noble Truths. Right, and the Noble Truth is a medicine to transform, to get people, and how your golden age, anything related to at least because of, to see suffering, to recognize suffering, not to talk about the Noble Truth. Before you can actually go into the path, you need to recognize their suffering. The people so deluded, they don't chasing after things, they don't have time to question that this is suffering. And they will really recognize it, but the cause, not the cause of suffering. So is your golden age have anything like Buddha testimony that even the form of would you have a path like that for them? Oh, this is the suffering, this is the cause, this is the sensation.
Yes, yes.
In a way of the sensation.
Buddha talked about the Four Noble Truths and emphasizing the suffering and cause of suffering, association of suffering. That's fundamental. That's fundamental. I don't emphasize the fundamental. That means the fundamental thing is fundamental. I go advance. Advance means, yes, you have to recognize the same thing, suffering, but you're not just looking for your personal liberation. Your personal liberation is based on a fear, oh, this is suffering, that's why I don't want it, I want cessation from suffering. That's kind of selfishness. It's good way of selfishness, more profound way of selfishness, but it is still kind of selfish. So instead, okay, yes, but it's, I have no problem, but other people can't cope. So that's why I want to liberate other people. So that's much more advanced.
So your
Golden age means that. Golden age.
Or path.
That is Bodhisattva path. Bodhisattva path. But golden age means not just general bodhicitta, but you have a specific plan for this humanity, this earth first, as example for other universes. You can do that in the future. That's why example you set it up example first. Yeah.
So one question would be for Westerners, I think one big challenge for motivation is, I mean, obviously I think people acknowledge that they're suffering and they don't want to suffer, but they probably do not believe in rebirth, right? And reincarnation. So because of that, they may not think about the future. So if we're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to deal with this in the future, not long vision enough, then they don't have the motivation to make big changes. Like if they think I'm gonna have to live like this forever, then they don't want to motivate to do better.
Okay, then you need to learn more and develop more logical understanding. And you know the mind, learn and mind, basically mind education. You need to learn mind education. You explain what is mind and understanding the mind. So it's very funny because it's a mind we use every day as like boss. But then still you don't understand mind is something secondary. That's very strange, you know. So Yeah, I think if you don't believe in reincarnation, that's okay. You feel good if you can achieve this golden age in this life, and you are be part of this. You definitely feel good. So that's maybe enough.
Anyone else?
So Rinpoche, this is a Buddhist prophecy, the Golden Age prophecy.
Yeah.
How will this work with other traditions and people's other belief systems that they believe other things? How does this prophecy work for all the others who believe different things?
I said that almost every tradition has this similar of this something one day going to be perfect. They have this prophesize. Some is more a little bit superficial, some is a little bit more high. So I think the people limit understand it. But I think it's some ways a little bit similar. So that's why it's can be believe each other possible. But I think the most important for me is that the logical. It is a fact that whatever we created is we go that way, you know. That's why even in like project or big project or big business or anything, you make plan first, then everybody believe that, and then working on, then I'm going to achieve, right? The same thing. So I think should not have anybody have problem with that.
I think the key is that the golden age prophecy doesn't mean just the people who are Buddhist on earth. It's for everybody on earth is that can achieve the golden age. So it's not like only this religion achieves the golden age and everybody else doesn't. Rinpoche, there's another question online about death. So some people have had near-death experience and have said that they're really wonderful and they had like no feeling of fear and see this big bright light. And it sounds kind of like Buddha nature to me. So is it helpful or harmful to mention to people who think death is going to bring peace and like great light? Is it helpful to tell them it could just be suffering after they die, or should I not mention that?
Yeah, but should people want to know? Should people know? Everybody cannot be saying your death should be how you be alive and live. So you live is a very beneficial life, a compassionate world life. Your death should be wonderful. And if you live a harmful life, how can you expect you have peaceful death? Basically.
Are there any other questions in here?
Yeah. Do you have a question? For earlier during the talk, you mentioned that we need to more training the mind. We prioritize better, and we can spend more of our energy training our mind. And then you also mentioned like subjective, how much subjective our experience is. But do you have any guidance? Because I think a lot of people without experience with mind training and with recognizing the degree, how much subjective our experience is. If they think like this, they might start to think that, by training my mind, it's not aligned with reality anymore. I'm just kind of like changing myself into like, I'm creating my own imaginary bubble of how I want the world to be. How is real, like if I train the mind properly, how is it different from just creating some illusion?
Yes, I think people always have unrealistic expectations. I said from beginning, our most problems come from unrealistic expectation, right? That's why some people believe, whatever their specific wish, we just think about, then it will happen. People believe like that new age people I met, like these people, like say, you just think about, then it will happen. It is true if you think about, that's the way. Not only think about, you have to determine and do something about to achieve it. This is the way to go, yes. But you can't expect a big thing happen, just you and your friends thinking this. That's not enough. So that's why I said we need promotion. We need to convince more people, more people believe and act like this way, then quickly happen and our golden age happen. As fast, if we want to fast, we have to be promote more promote, and we have to be famous. That if you don't want to become slow, then we just go slow paced. Yeah.
Rinpoche, can I ask you how you can help people check their life priorities? So if we go back to like, okay, I think that spirituality is my real life priority. And I think I'm a spiritual person. And, you know, some people think, okay, I've gone to many Buddhist teachings or received these many high empowerments, or because they write in all the time to Dzogchen, like, oh, I went to this teaching in Taiwan and received like the highest empowerments from this teacher. And I received these other high empowerments and this thing. But then if you ask them about doing anything, they're like, oh yeah, but I have grandchildren and then I have this thing and I'm busy teaching people something else over here. And this, and then, but then I'm an advanced practitioner because I have these very high things. And so I should be entitled to do all these other things because I received this from somebody. How can they check if it's a real life priority or not? Is it just on what you got from people, empowerment collecting, or how do we know?
Most of them is not real. Why not real? Because I tell you, usually people just, in general, people call empowerment is just ceremony. Just somebody, ritual and ceremony. Ritual and ceremony not necessarily be empowerment. If somebody knows how to perform ritual and ceremony, that doesn't mean it's empowerment. This, who is performing one, have to be qualified. How do you know this person is qualified first? We don't know. That's important to know, but that's not easy to know. That's only people know who know them very well, the whole background. They know. They even not 100% know, but they have better idea around 90%. Okay? But normal people don't know nothing. Just somebody claims and I perform this ceremony as empowerment. That's why. Secondly, oh, I received means you just be there physically, you participate, means you received. What indicated you got it, you received? At least how much you understood what means that empowerment, what commitments involved, samayas involved, and what indication you got it. Your feeling level, your vision level, or whatever, you got it. Huh? You have to think of all of them. And after that, do you know what to do with this empowerment? Did he give you instructions and you know, like everything follow up? Yes or no? So you don't, if you don't have any of these things, just say, oh, practice sadhana, that's not enough. Because sadhana is just God, like God written. You know, like machine, you buy machine, then you have machine instruction. But you machine instruction, you read once and then probably you know how to use the machine. You don't read it every day, right? So similarly, sadhana means when you don't know how to practice other than sadhana, then kind of instruction. Okay? Many people don't give even a sadhana, but even if they give sadhana, just sadhana, giving a sadhana is not enough. Because enlightenment is not just you sell the machine and give you the instruction. That's not enough. You need emotional connect. You need intellect connect. You need many transmission connect. You need many connection. Is this person taking the responsibility, this yes or no? But people don't know. People don't know. Just I win the ceremony means I receive empowerment. People think that way. I mean, their motivation is pure, and then they get some good feeling. Then maybe okay, so you got something, but we don't know it's a real empowerment or not really.
Yeah, but I mean, this also comes from people, I mean, who don't doubt who they received the empowerment from. Like they went to the Dalai Lama's Kala Chakra many times, or they went to the Karmapa's teaching. They're not questioning the Karmapa or the Dalai Lama, or they received the empowerments from you. But then afterwards, they think that okay, now I'm at this high level where I only do this type of meditation, but then there's no time. Then when you ask them to do things, there's never any time. Like, because they have too many other things, like child and this thing and that thing and grandchildren and I don't know, reading class or whatever. So how do people actually check to figure out if they prioritize spirituality high in their life, or they just think they prioritize spirituality high in their life? Like, how do we check if we actually did it versus if we just kind of done many things so we have this sort of idea that we've done it?
Yeah. So like Dalai Lama or Karmapa or people who now doubt 100% believed and you go on an empowerment here. So that means you went with your respect and maybe your respect and then feeling, and then you have no doubt, and then you you have this intention, you made effort. It's not only just you want a holiday or you just get break from the work. Not only this reason, if you just have some kind of effort to, you have a reason to make this effort. If you go there, that means, yes, that means you have, you done some virtues, virtues actions, and you did something definitely better than nothing, but you receive real empowerment or not, I don't know. I don't know, because that's you should check yourself. Because did I understood what it means at least? And then did I get any at least special feeling? Yes or no? And then after that, am I doing with this anything, or just I did finished? So if it's finished, maybe not real empowerment. You just went to something good intention, so you made some good karma. That's it. I don't know. That's hard to say because individuals, right?
Yeah. So then we have another person asking, if we're gonna try to promote the golden age, do we have to, if we're trying to encourage people to make the world better by helping others and letting go of materialism, to have more happy and peaceful life, do we have to explain it as the golden age, or is it enough to just try to encourage them to care for world peace or a less materialistic world? Do we have to link it to the golden age?
Just peaceful world enough?
Yeah, they're wondering, she's wondering if it's enough to just try to help people want to make a peaceful world. Does it need to actually be linked to this golden age idea?
Random idea of peaceful world and random helping just random people is good, but if you have specific understanding this golden age idea and why and everything logically, and you have become familiar, until you're familiar and clarity you have, until then you learn. And then your determination and everything rises, and your plan and your your plan and your understanding is kind of unshakable. And so you have enough substance to explain other people's doubt, and you can explain. If that becomes aroused, then much better than just random wish, world peace, and helping random people. I mean, I'm not saying bad, but it's a better step.
And then another person's asking if the golden age is a time of pure perception. Like, is this what pure perception helps diminish obstacles are saying? So then is the golden age an age of everybody having pure perception? And then also, how can we possibly convince people that it's possible to overcome our hedonism, like our desire and greed and just like lust for many things in life? How can
you don't need to deny desire. You don't need to abandon desire. You use your desire direct to achieving golden age. Okay, so we can do that, and then how they believe, you have to learn properly. You have to have logical answers for each people's doubt. and then you can influence other people.
Okay, and then they wanted to know, is it an age where everybody has pure perception?
Huh? Oh, no such thing. Because in the pure perception means individual's development, if you can, that you can, as much as you can, at least not too much judgmental and focusing and, bad qualities and waste the time and energy, other people's ridiculousness. If you're not wasted on that, that's better. But there's no such thing. Everybody have the pure perception. Same time, there's no such thing. But golden age time means everybody have virtuous mind. So that means that everybody go toward to the pure perception eventually. Yeah.
Okay, are there any more questions before we conclude with our Golden Age meditation? Okay, for people who want to know more about the Golden Age, Rinpoche has given many talks. There always is sort of a different angle. So we put most of the Golden Age, a lot of Golden Age talks on YouTube, not all of them. Some are in the Golden Age course that goes into more detail, but every time Rinpoche talks about the Golden Age, it's such a different angle. So we'll do the aspiration, welcoming this Golden Age of this excellent one. It's a couple of pages there. Om, Emaho, the pure primordial Kaya within which all things abide, the melodious speech of the king of speakers who does not err, and the compassion of the perfect Buddha free from delusion, are always protected by the goodness of the pure nature. Without the time of the 3 times, in the time of the king of times, in the placeless place where all the Buddhas forever dwell, by the great treasure that is the absolute goodness of this, may a new golden age of the highest good fortune manifest. All perfect Buddhas over countless eons gather the boundless ocean of the 2 accumulations. Now is a bountiful spring that was not present before, shining with 1,000 lights of revelation, may there blossom a fortunate second golden age. By clearing away the suffering of limitless gains, perfecting bodhicitta as the armor of courage, and creating great merit everywhere within the 3 times, may a second golden age soon flourish in Jambuding. In particular, through Shambhala's Dharma kings and counties, the sister and brother sages who behold their teachings, and the boundless power of courageous loving kindness, may a second golden age soon flourish in Jambuding. When college chapter in the king of Tantra spread in Shambhala, as all were known as sisters and brothers of one caste, perfect peace and happiness rose there in harmony with all. By that, may a golden age soon flourish in Jambuding. College chapter completely embodies the totality of the 3 Kayas. It is said that by the true speech of that perfect Buddha, a second happy golden age will arise in the world. May that prophecy of an auspicious eon be fulfilled. From now onwards, when all of us as our sisters and brothers arouse the wish to liberate all sentient beings, by the actions of the Buddha's children, the Bodhisattvas, may a second golden age soon flourish in Jambuding. From the radiating sun of a fortunate golden age, for all you and I, without bodies to classes higher or lower, our traditions and religious approaches is better and worse, may a joyful freedom from bias and partiality manifest. By knowing the true reality of the way things are, beyond distinctions that try to accept or reject religion, when all possess the great goodness of seeing how things really are, by absence of biased attachment, may all the world be happy. By seeing the way things are, all will be loving and kind, because they are filled with the great compassion of genuine mind. May we perceive each other as mutually loving children, and a glorious, delightful play of peace for all aboard. The direct unerring cause of this peace and happiness is the kind and compassionate attitude focused on enlightenment. After the world's life essence is rejuvenated, may proportions of the four elements be balanced and jubilee. Through the Dharma kings and countries of Shambhala, our hearts give rise to 100 treasures of matchless confidence. Through 100 powers of attention, meditation, and wisdom, may Shambhala gain glorious, joyful peace for all harmonies. By all this great goodness, our inner and secret, as the youthful essence within the bounds of Shambhala increases, and all our harvest flourish without a need for sowing, may the world blossom again in rejuvenated youth. May the containing world be free from lack or excess. May the beings within by the glorious gift of joyful peace, coming only from genuine, true, and secret holy Dharma, enjoy eternal happiness better than that of the gods. By the 100 afflicted forces of the 5 poisons being absent, with no sickness, poverty, quarreling, pain, and so forth, without the conditions of any undesired suffering, may the play of happiness surpass even that of the gods. Conditions conducive to life and all we need and wish for, without resistance and effort will then be self-arising. By quickly traversing the path of profound and holy Dharma, may we develop certainty of birth and Shambhala. As the absolute truth is pure, defiled, relative beings, whether common or noble, and gather virtue beyond defilement. By the truth of our pure intention to accomplish that, may the ocean of truth to which we aspire soon manifest. Okay. Dedication. By all the spiritual seeds of accumulated merit, may all beings be rescued from the ocean of samsara, where the taint of aging, sickness, and death is violently active. May this merit help all beings attain Buddhahood and be victorious of all the enemies of deceptive obscurations. By the goodness of what I have just done, may all beings complete the accumulation of merit and wisdom and gain the 2 sacred bodies. Whatever roots of virtue have been accumulated now or throughout the 3 times, I dedicate them here so that all mother-like beings may attain perfect and complete Buddhahood. Just like the exalted ones, Manjushri and Samantha Bharata practiced, I hereby rejoice in all the virtues still to come and fully dedicate them as well. And future lives may never be separated from my glorious former. May I never be separated from the joy of practicing the precious Dharma. May I accomplish all the enlightened blooming levels and paths and attain the Buddhahood of our Dharma. As long as space remains, as long as beings exist, may I remain and expel their sorrows until they reach Buddhahood. May the precious renunciation arise which has not yet arisen, and may that which has already arisen not to generate may increase. May the precious ethical discipline arise which has not yet arisen, and may that which has already arisen not to generate may increase. May the precious bodhicitta arise which has not yet arisen, and may that which has already arisen not generate may increase. May the precious dear-goodness arise which has not yet arisen, and may that which has already arisen not to generate may increase. May the precious Dharma be respected and remain in this world, not the only medicine and cure to suffering. The source of all happiness is the sacred Dharma. By the power of the 3 bodies of the Buddhas, the immutable truth of the Dharma, by the power of the inseparable union of the Sangha, may all our wishes be fulfilled. Just like the morning sun rising in the sky, may these teachings of the unsurpassable great secret of all the Buddhas spread and flourish throughout this world. To the profound aspirations of the Bodhisattva kings of Shambhala, may we manifest the glory of the second golden age in this world. May all of us Dharma brothers and sisters come to enjoy the good fortune of our courage and commitment. Om Swastiak. Dharma has achieved body, primordially free from stains of elaboration, attain conceivable treasury of spontaneous clear light, perfect pristine awareness of wisdom and compassion, and appearing completely as the body of the deity. Guru Alexander, please protect us. Virtuous springs to Dharma's transmission ocean of nectar, the compassionate blessings of Manjushri and all the victors' children, the manifestors and magical display of enlightened activities, people who died of incomparable wisdom, may you live a long and healthy life. And thou was the mind that caused the disciples gather like flowers, roaring like thunder, the melodious sounds of Sutra encounter ring out, and the universal rain that ripens and liberates moistens the earth. May the great love is guarded of the Buddhist teachings flourish for all time. Thank you so much, Rinpoche, for giving us this teaching in this space on the Golden Age. And thank you for letting us speak here in this building for Shambhala, because we are still receiving blessings from Trungpa's lineage, because one of the major translators of all our prayers was one of Trungpa's students and is now one of Rinpoche's students. And so without his continuous effort on Tibetan translation, we would not have the majority of the practices we have. So we're getting some blessings from the lineage. So.